What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. Random here, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so hope everyone's doing well. We won our KvK, great. It was actually, I say, quite hard to find targets anyway, but a win nonetheless, which is great. Now, the video that I'm making today is basically sort of discussing a few pointers regarding comments that I've received on the video for the guard armor, the guard set. Sorry. My dog video bombs me drinking every time. You can hear her in the background. So anyway, yes, sort of responding to a few comments regarding the guard set, health, and just to also cover on a comment that I read from somebody. I actually know who this person was, but this is to you, mate. Someone actually wrote on the video, oh, you brought that castle at 900 attack and 300 health. So you haven't actually achieved a lot. Somebody's already put the money in for you. And I was like, well, that's not actually the case, mate. And I just want to show a little bit of evidence. Now, I left that comment on the video itself. Personally, I was a little bit offended. Maybe they just assumed it and they didn't really know too much. But I actually purchased this castle for 300 euros. Is it euros or dollars? $300. I think it was $300. So in my money, was probably about, at the time before Brexit, about 200 quid. Maybe 230 quid, something like that, right? Now, this was on the first... this particular conversation was between me and a friend of mine, and it was that person's friend who was selling the castle, basically. So I was just like, there's a castle for sale. It was like 600 million power, whatever. Pretty fucking cheap, but but it was in dire need of some fucking work. Now, we didn't get the castle to the 1st of May, right? That particular conversation was, as you can see there, on the 14th of April 2019, so last year, right? And those were the stats. I don't know if you can see them very well. I've zoomed in too far. So basically, those were the stats that were sent to us via, the old Elex report. Now, as you can see here, infantry attack 572, infantry defense 373. It was, and my response to her was somewhere along the lines of, health is quite low, but I saw that the castle had potential. It had all P6. A lot of science was unlocked, but not actually done. I just saw potential, like I said, in the castle. So I was like, for 220 quid, I'd literally just done a sponsorship deal with fucking Amazon as well, and they paid up. So I was like, castle's basically free to me. Do you know what I mean? So we picked it up, and again, just those were my stats. In May? So we got the castle somewhere around the 1st of May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 8 January, 9 months. We're now in February. So like 9.5 months ago, really. 9 months ago, those were the stats of my castle. Now, speaking about the money that I may have put into the castle, and I do consider myself as a very low spender. I've spent fuck all in the last few months really on this game. I have actually made a video where I took 100 quid from the sponsorship deal that I did with Amazon, and I brought some gold evolution stones. And I made a video of it, so I can't deny that that's probably the only £100 pack. And it actually didn't even cost me that. I did it through Amazon, and it cost me 80 quid. So that is the one and only pack that I've ever brought in this castle. I do buy the odd 99p packs. If I see something that's like got fine iron and the troop training speeders for 99p, chances are I may just pick it up. But truth be told, back in October, I actually had a big falling out with Clash of Kings. It was regarding a refund, of which they banned my castle for it. I don't want to go really too much into it because I want to discuss about some battle reports about the guard set. But in a nutshell, as you can see here, I've got some minus items. It went on for weeks. They were trying to get me to pay the money back, or they were going to permanently ban my castle. And it just totally put me off playing Clash of Kings, and that was back in October. And since then, between October and December, I didn't really do a lot in my castle. I may be making excuses, but what I decided to do for you guys, just to show anybody out there and just to show you that actually, my stats are not impressive by far, but from a very low spender point of view, or essentially even a non-spender, because those evolution stones that I brought, there was only like enough to +2 my armor, just about. So I wasn't really getting a massive advantage, as to say. But what I managed to do, because KvK for us was a little bit boring, for me, it starts at 12 o'clock at night. It's Friday, right? Now, I'll only stay out for a couple of hours and hunt around, and there wasn't really much going whatsoever. So, after getting a few rallies and a few kills, Kingdom cleaning, I made a video about it, but I'm a bit hesitant about uploading it because Kingdom cleaning is 3 hours before KvK starts right in our kingdom in 995. Unfortunately, and I don't want to state too much about this, we killed near on over 100 million troops in this kingdom, and it was astonishing to see. But yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about that. So anyway, KvK went on, and it turned up to about 20 past 1 in the morning. I was like, fuck this, I'm going to bed. So I decided before going to bed that I would again do a science test on my castle with my friend's farm to try and figure out what roughly my stats were going to be at KvK time, and also to show it to you guys, because I've got nothing to hide at the end of the day. And again, my stats are far from impressive, but I am a non-spender or a very, very low spender, and that is exactly how I choose to play. So, right, going into, and I also want to discuss health. Someone mentioned about how do I get the health. They're struggling to get over 400, and I want to drop a couple of little tips and show you what is on there. Okay, so I clocked, wait, starting off here. So, again, hit myself, pretending, just to find out basically what my stats are all about at KvK time. Now, the only thing that's missing off of this report that I remember not activating was my defensive hero stat, which gives me 10% defensive damage reduction. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it is this hero here, and it's its skill. Now, I didn't actually have this one here, Holy Shield Protection. That was the only thing that I didn't actually have activated. So I had buffs turned on, active skills turned on, and also had KvK boosters, etc. And basically, I wanted to show you the report with, this is again Selma with the same guard set. And I also just want to state on this video, this is only a purple guard set. I'm not saying that this is the best. Obviously, I am just working my way up slowly but surely, and I will continue bringing videos to show you guys the difference in stats, etc. But it's totally up to you what you use to defend your castle. I'm only here to offer advice. Whether or not you want to listen to it, hey, that's totally up to you. It makes no difference to me. So, on the wall, we had Selma with a purple guard set, sorry. And we also had Scartha. Now, as you can see here, I do have quite a huge, I say huge, but for a non-spender, quite a big health boost due to the fact that I have Scartha that gives you the 20%. I mean, infantry health is like 473. We're almost at the 1000% attack infantry that I'm looking to try and get towards. Bit of a barrier for me. As soon as I hit that, then maybe I can go focus on something else. But unfortunately, 137% and 138% down here on the defensive damage reduction and defensive damage, which again is not great. I mean, it's heading in the right direction, but it is what it is. There's only so much you can do being a non-spender or a low spender. Okay, so that was basically Selma with Scartha on, right? If we take this battle report right here, what I did was add my +2 equipment set that was usually on the Death Knight. I added that to Selma, left the Scartha on the wall, and didn't change anything whatsoever. And that is basically my stats with a +2, essentially. I say Archangel set, but the Death Sword is on there as the 6th item. And those are my defensive stats. Again, I also lose 131 and 131% on defensive damage reduction and defensive damage. Not great. Now, personally speaking, if I'm playing KvK, I'll normally either run the Red Dragon or I'll run the Eagle Dragon. Now, I also got a science test report. A lot of people say, oh, you're just hitting yourself with a farm. I get that. I'm just trying to give myself an understanding of what my stats may look like if somebody hits me, and the areas that I can work on and focus on. If you can think of another better way than do it, then, right, okay, so What was this one here? No, that's this one. Okay, I totally lost track now. What's it? What armor's on there? Okay, not that one. Okay, so the last one I did was Selma on the wall with the purple set, I believe, and a Fire Eagle dragon. Fire Eagle bird thing. It's not really a dragon, is it? Yeah, so again, +6. You know, we got to get to that +8, but Jesus Christ, it does get expensive and it does start failing. Plus, I'm trying to get +4 on my main set and Palaver. But anyway, these are the stats on my castle with the Fire Eagle Dragon. Now, again, I'll lose 20% across the board and a little bit of defense, I believe, due to the fact of not having Scarfer. But we're 1100% cavalry attack. I mean, we've only got a purple guard set on. Like, hello? I mean, that's not bad. You know, not great. You know, obviously there's people out there who are fucking well over that. But trying to get the perspective of what I'm trying to show to you guys and not be like, yeah, my stats are amazing, because I know they're not. But this is what you can potentially achieve if you just do the right thing and just follow the sciences, etc. and stuff like that. Now, defensive damage reduction and defensive damage, again, is okay. It needs a lot of work. But we are at, what, 158 and 163. Plus 10% defensive damage reduction because I didn't have the skill active. So we're at 168 and 163. Now, I didn't have any cards on, so I can normally add about another 4 or 5% to that. Because I just don't have enough materials to build those thingamajigs. You know the things over here? These things. I just don't have enough. You see at the moment I'm fresh out of everything. So yeah, I hope that maybe that will give you a bit of an idea of, you know, what my stats look like based on that armor. Now, a lot of people have mentioned about health on the video. Now, again, my health on my castle is not great, but some people, you know, would like to know how I've managed to get that amount of health. You know, personally speaking, I mean, at the moment, like, the first sort of tip that I can really give to you is maybe what a lot of people don't realise is, in your civilization science, right, you've got 5 sections that you can work on, right? Obviously. Let's open up the first section, right? These actually, as you go up each level, so like, currently as it stands at the moment, I am on level 6, and it gives me 6% extra infantry health. Now, if I push it to level 7, it will add another 2%. And it's only going to cost me 251,000 crystals. I say only, but... And that is exactly the same. So, for example, here, siege health. Excuse me. The next stage from, what's that at? 4 to 5 will give me 1.5%. Now, you may think to yourself, that's not a lot. But you've got 1, 2, 3, Huxia, and the new one that's open, that all pretty much do exactly the same thing. So again, so look at here, you know, 2% available health. So every little percentage builds on top of that. Now, I have some gems on my equipment, as you can see here. It's nowhere near +4 at the moment, and it's quite hard to collect the stones and work on the purple set at the same time, so I'm struggling with that. But, you know, all in time, all in good time. So anyway, a few gems that I have picked up recently that you may want to, you know, look at to add to your equipment. Now, this one here, I say lucky, but there are better versions of it, of course. But the amount of times that I've gone through my gems, etc., you know, and opened up, I mean, well, we've got one here. What did we get? Siege engine health, 2.4%. Not bad. I mean, it's an extra little added bonus. But some of the other ones, I mean, this one here, I've got defensive damage plus 2%. It's currently at 1.4%, which I think is a nice little added touch. I've got all soldier units HP, 1.28%. That is currently on a pair of boots of mine. Another all soldier units HP, which is at 1.44%. So those two gems there, just on their own, actually almost offer me, I say, just short of 3% all health on all troops. You understand what I'm saying? Again, a little added boost of infantry health, 2.16%. And I've also got cavalry attack, which is just an odd one on there at the moment. I want to more sort of look at defense and health. And obviously infantry defense. Maximum of 4.9, but it's currently at 2.94%. Down the bottom here, if anyone's not realising what I'm looking at and talking about. Pushing along, I've got another infantry defense. I've got a cavalry damage, which I quite like. If I can get it to 2.4%, that's a nice little added boost on top of my stats. Again, another infantry one. You know, how can I sort of explain infantry? Like, you know, if your infantry fell, basically the rest of your army is just going to get fucked. They are the front line of everything. So, you know, you wonder why infantry castles do so well, because they're all fucking infantry. And with, you know, stacking on health and defense on top of infantry, with the amount of health that they already get as a base unit, you know, they're pretty hard to fucking kill. So if you focus on your front line, if your front line holds, the rest of your army should just about mop up and do the rest. If your front line fails, it even tells you when the game starts. Without defensive soldiers, the rest of your army will suffer, or somewhere along the lines of that. So anyway, moving on, cavalry health, 1.2%. Archer health, I don't really know why that's on there, to be honest. 1.2%. All soldier units attack, a nice little red gem that I managed to pick up. Maximum 6.7%, currently at 2.01. Still needs a bit of upgrading. And that's basically all the gems I've got. You know, I don't want to sort of go too much into starting covering every bit of science that I've got. Maybe I can make another video out of that, but yeah, I mean, again, my stats are not impressive. You know, I have friends, YouTuber friends, who've got fucking beasting stats, and I'm sure that they could fuck me up without fail. You know, so I'm not trying to sit here and play really big balls and say, yeah, whatever, mate, look at my stats. But from a low spender point of view or a non-spender point of view, I'm trying to get you guys to realize that it's possible. You just have to focus on the right areas and do the right science. So yeah, I'm Mr. Random. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Any questions, queries, please pop it down below. But I just wanted to cover a few comments from the videos that I've recently uploaded. So yeah, hope you guys are doing all right, and I will catch you peeps later.